Do you guys watch a lot of Western movies?
I've watched my fair share. My dad's a big John McCain fan. Or sorry, not John McCain, John Wayne.
Okay, yeah. Ben, what about you?
I'll take that as a yes.
All right, I think Ben likes Westerns too. I myself like a couple of Westerns, but I haven't really dabbled too much into it. But like, still, like one of my favorite movies of all time is Tombstone, just because
So good.
I like Doc in Tombstone so much. He's such a funny character. But it's weird because most of the time you watch Westerns and they're like a special kind of stupid, right? Like they're dumb, as in like uneducated most of the time. They talk all Western-like and such, and it's all good and fun with stuff. But you know, you think a lot of the characters still like, you know, cherish their own life, and they don't put themselves in situations that they know they can get out of risk-free, most likely.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, you don't see many people just picking fights over nothing. You know, there's normally some motive, which I just think is funny.
I just feel like this is directed at somebody in very, very specific ways.
Oh, I don't know what you could be possibly talking about.
Okay.
It just seemed like, you know, whenever characters in Western movies, I feel like whenever they stir trouble in the town, it's normally for a good reason. That was all.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys feel like that's kind of how Westerns are, or do you think otherwise?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how they work.
Sounds pretty fair.
Yeah. Anyways, on a totally unrelated note, welcome to Travelers, Tips, and Tales. I'm Jake.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Ben.
And returning to the Travelers podcast again this week, we have Dalton.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, it'd be kind of awkward to like play the first half of the one shot without Dalton, or with Dalton, and then just like not invite him again for the second one. So we're kind of stuck with them. Sorry.
I mean, you guys totally did that for the 6th and 7th episode, but that's just me pulling hairs.
Well, technically it is the 7th episode, but it's session 6 because we're complicated about it.
So D&D.
But yeah, so we return to, if any of you guys didn't know, we are currently playing a one-shot. The one-shot is a supplement, not a supplement thing, but a thing that we found on the internet. It is an RPG game made for 4 players, made by a man named Jacob Andrews. You can find him out on the internet. There will be a link to how to acquire a PDF in the YouTube description if any of you guys are wondering. If you guys want to play this game, it's called You Awaken in a Strange Place. If you want to play it, you can head over to our YouTube channel and click on either of the episodes, either this one or last week's episode, and there will be a link in the description for where to find this thing there. And this game is just an RPG. All it requires is 2d6 and some pen and paper to write on and whatnot, and your brain and imagination to create a bunch of wacky characters and situations to put your friends through and whatnot. And we're playing it for the podcast because we thought it'd be fun. Yeah. And we already did the first session. If you didn't know, if you're listening to this one before last session, you should probably just mosey on back over to the last session and figure out how these two tricksters, or these 3 tricksters, get into lots of trouble in this small western town in Wisconsin.
Indeed.
With a world made of cheese. Anyways, we return to Carl Geezer laying on the floor helpless with a man standing above him with a wide white-brimmed hat with a star on his vest.
I would like to make a statement about the world.
Of course, we're starting off hot.
This man who I could only presume to be the sheriff of this fine town.
Got a 5-pointed star.
He in fact is Doug Dimmadome.
He is Doug Dimmadome. All right.
Doug
go for it.
Dimmadome.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Oh, that's a 4.
That's a 4. All right. Unfortunate, my dear friend. He's just not Doug Dimmadome. It's just that simple. Thank goodness I don't have to think of something that is close to Doug Dimmadome, but not Doug Dimmadome. Because he didn't, like, partially get it. I was definitely hoping for either a full failure or a full success. But, anyways, he stands over you, just asking you a question, presuming that you are the person that's making stenches in his town. Hall.
Clop, 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 clop.
I don't know what you mean.
Friday, you moseying on over as well?
Oh, yeah.
Cletus, while you're running up, take a look and check real quick. Oh, wait, you already did and you failed it, right? It was like a 4 or something?
That was looking for earlier, I believe.
Yeah, so you had your eyes on the prize and were trying to finish the race as quickly as possible. You totally, absolutely just run into the back of the sheriff, topple over onto the ground right next to Cletus, Edith McMetis. Or no, you're Cletus, Edith McMetis. Right next to Carl Geezer, lying on the ground next to his wheelchair. With 6 spurs. 3 on each wheel, or back wheel pipe.
So I'm taking, like, what is that, 3 points of damage?
Nah! You don't take any damage. You just scratch your knee. Sure, why not? I'll give you 1 damage.
Woohoo! I'm dead.
Bullshit. Anyways. Friday, you mosey on over as well?
Yeah, I'm moseying my way over.
Alrighty. The sheriff still looking at Carl Geezer. Now also noticing Cletus and Friday as well. Well? Are you gonna answer me damn question?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're making stench, aren't you, Hall?
I ain't making no stench.
He's
According
making
to
a pretty big stench, Sheriff.
According to everyone in this damn saloon, ye 3 are making quite the stench in this town.
Your Honor, if I may proclaim, I believe that the stench in question was none other than my own asshole.
Ye stench is stench, alright? I've heard that there were a number of gunshots in this here saloon not too long ago. Yeah, and I think most of them gunshots were coming from your gun there, friend. Hall.
No bullets came out of my gun today.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind then, why don't you just hand over your 6-shooter and I can count your bullets in the chamber, Hall?
Well, it's only got 2 bullets in the chamber right now.
Yeah, sounds like you shot 4 times then, Hall.
That assumes he can afford the other rounds. He's already disabled, man. Give him a break.
Give him a break.
Friday, can I have you make a, let's call it a, let's make it a hushing check, because you're trying to
I don't know, man. I feel like this is a big gamer moment.
Shut up, Michael.
You're looking at a 9.
You're looking at a 9, alright. He looks at you and he says, "You keep quiet over there, Paul."
In fact, if anybody's injured, it's me. I got shot.
Ye, I'm sure ye got what ye deserved, Haw. Now,
Not likely.
ye, now if y'all could follow me to the jailhouse.
I mean, I could use a hospital right about now. I'm kind of bleeding out.
Unfortunately for ye, we don't take kindly to stinky strangers in this town. Paul?
I don't like the fact that you're calling me stinky.
What skill check would it be to plug that bullet hole with a piece of meat?
Make a frying check.
I've done this for a living. Yeah. Ooh, that's a. You know what? I can add.
You can add to it. You can add a max.
No.
of 2.
12's high enough. 12 is high enough.
12 is high enough. I
'Cause
think you agree.
It's 10 plus, and I have the. Oh no, it's an 11 because I only have +1 to it.
Yep, 11's perfectly fine. You plug up the hole in his shoulder. The pain is gone for the most part, Carl. You don't feel like you have, a gunshot wound anymore, necessarily, but you definitely don't feel like you're at your peak still.
Yeah.
Definitely still got shot, and that exists. So.
I don't like that you're calling me stinky.
Well,
he's calling me stinky,
you've done
stupid.
nothing but stink up the place since you got here, so now you gotta pay the price and go to jail.
Well, no, that was him that stunk up the place. He done shitted himself.
Yee, that's why he's coming too. Ha. Now let's mosey. As him and a couple of other cow folk from the area start to mosey in on all three of you. Very cartoonishly, of course.
I would like to try and get back into my chair.
They stop you. They actually grab you up by your forearms, or not your forearms, but your biceps and tricep area. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they're two of them hold you like that, while another one takes your chair as well. Cletus and Friday, they start to hone in on you two as well, and start to pressure you guys over towards the jailhouse as well.
I pull out my cleaver.
You pull out your cleaver towards the sheriff and his deputies.
Yeah.
Yee, now what you think you're doing there, huh? He says with his fingers tickling the edge of his gun. That is it.
I'd like to make a statement.
Sure.
All cleavers are actual 6-shooters. Like they have a barrel in the handle, or the barrel in the blade, and then the. The chamber.
You're in a
is
western.
In the handle.
All of you guys can have 6-shooters. Like
I
that
don't want a
is totally
6-shooter.
fine.
I
You
want a cleaver that
6-shooter.
shoots bullets.
You want all cleavers to be 6-shooters? That's just
mine.
your roundabout way of making, totally affecting this one specific situation by affecting the entire world. I get it. So all cleavers are also 6-shooters.
All right. And now that the cleaver is pointed at him,
Someone getting a Discord call?
I don't have Discord on.
All right.
That's awkward.
Continue. Go ahead and roll. Let's see.
What am I rolling? Shooting?
No, you're trying to make a statement, so you just roll 2d6.
Oh yeah, for my cleaver gun. That's a 9.
A 9. Alrighty. Turns out, you see across the laneway, a guy who is using a hunting knife. And then you hear a stray gunshot go off as his hunting knife immediately turns into a bullet, or into a gun as well. He shits himself. Not literally, but he's spooked.
He's shooting at us.
No one seems to pay mind. It was just a stray bullet. Didn't hit nothing.
Damn it.
They keep closing in on you. Do you do anything?
I'm
with your
shooting the
cleaver,
sheriff. I'm shooting
With
the
the-
sheriff.
with a normal 6-shooter instead of your non-existent cleaver 6-shooter.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
Okay, you're trying to shoot the sheriff. Go ahead and make a shooting check.
Yeah, but not killing the deputy. Tell you that.
Well, there's a couple of them there.
8.
Alrighty, 8. You pull your gun just as quickly as the sheriff does. Neither of you pull the trigger though, because now you're at a standstill. Both your guns pointing at each other's head.
Hey,
A number
I'm
of
gonna
deputies
I'm gonna take
surrounding
this
you also
opportunity.
point their guns at you.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to not draw a gun and not shoot the deputy.
Okay. Friday does so.
Nice.
Friday, the +2 to tomfoolery, doing the least tomfoolery.
Oh, my tomfoolery comes later.
Oh, of course. Now, you be careful here in this here town, mister. You don't want to get yourself in too much trouble you can't dig yourself out of, huh? Says one of the deputies. You know you're putting up a fight with the law right now, don't you, huh? Says the sheriff himself.
I do.
Ye, well then you're a dead man walking, huh?
I ain't dead though.
With a number of them still training their guns on your head, two others start to approach you. Do you do anything to them, or a number of people?
I guess, for the sake of not getting my character killed just yet, I guess I'll just drop the gun.
All right, you drop the gun. One of them picks it up. Smart man. All of them put their guns back into their holsters. Carl Geezer, your gun is confiscated, as well as Friday. The guy that takes Friday's gun, of course, says, I'm sure you understand.
Friday doesn't have a gun.
Oh, okay.
Do they only take my gun?
Huh?
Do they only take my gun?
They take whatever weapons you have on you. Because there are no character sheets, and I can't tell exactly what type of weapon you have.
So they took my cleaver and my 6-shooter.
Yes. They take both of those, then they start to lead all three of you down to the jailhouse, down the way. After a while, you all are sitting in a shared cell. None of you having any of your stuff for the most part. You just got the clothes on your back. They even took your meat sack. Cleveland.
Damn it.
Oh, I'm assuming that means they took my resource.
Probably, that would make sense. You see it just outside the bars, the other side of the room, and one of the deputies has his feet up on a desk across the, not like in between you guys and all of your stuff, but you'd think that most likely he's close enough that he could tell that someone's trying to get to their stuff if they were close enough.
Did they put a horse in jail, or did they just put the puppet?
So here's where I have to ask: how exactly is your puppet worked? Just by
my rear legs.
Cartoon magic, or is it like string pulleys and whatnot?
Yeah, let's go cartoon magic.
All right, cartoon magic. So I'll just say that you control the puppet with your mind, then, for the most part.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they tie you up right outside as the horse itself, and they take the puppet, and the puppet's sitting inside. Fully animated as if it was still on your back, of course.
Okay. All right.
It was just like a whole cut and paste, just...
And because I think it's funny, the puppet will act as if it's a familiar, and you can hear and see through it, so long as you give up your senses of hearing and seeing around yourself.
Okay. I'd like to make a statement, if possible.
Go ahead.
My statement is, horses are treated like gods.
I guess.
In the state of Wisconsin.
In the state of Wisconsin, of course, specifically.
It's a 7.
A 7. All right. You're not a god. You're not worshipped in any way, but they do give you. They do use the big leaf fans. You know what I mean? Like they do for like a king. And someone feeds you like wheats.
Yes.
Plot twist: you are treated like a god, but only in Ohio.
Oh, that's what I should have done. Fuck. That was great. Come from a place where they treat horses like gods, but it's not here. Damn it, you're right.
I literally just took a sip and almost spat it across my computer.
All right, so the two of you being inside the jailhouse, and Friday, of course, being tied up outside, waiting for his owner to serve his time or be hung and sold to the stables.
All right, so I look at the little puppet man. I'm just like, what do we do here now?
Ben, are you looking and hearing through its eyes or no?
Probably not right now. Right now, I'm enjoying myself.
All right, the puppet looks at you, fully animated and whatnot, but doesn't respond in any way.
That's a great idea. And I take a bite out of the cheese bars.
What the fuck?
I thought one of the statements was that everything in the world is made of cheese.
Everything's made of dairy.
Or dairy products, sorry.
See, the thing is that the jailhouse, they're not stupid. So, like the rhyme of like Parmesan?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is real tough cheese. Not just any good old cheese that you can take a bite out of.
So I'd like to just start.
easy.
I would just like to start sucking on the cheese until it melts, so that way I can break through.
Make a bookerin check.
Can I assist
That's
him in
a.
this?
Sure, go ahead.
What does it assist give me?
The assist gives you.
I have to roll, and that'll determine what you get.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets an additional +1 from me because I got rolled
you
a
got
7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you get an extra +1 for your check.
So that's a total of 6.
You can also add your failures, of course.
Make that an 8.
Like your failure tiles. Okay. So an 8. It takes you a little bit, and you do suck on the bar for like a good 5 minutes until you realize this is probably going to take a long time. And there's probably a better way to try and bust out of jail than this.
All right.
While I'm outside, can I look for a resource?
Of course. Roll 2d6.
Can't look for resources in here.
7.
7. You find 1 resource. Would you like to look for a resource in there?
I would.
Shoot, I can't. If I can't. Hey, you already have.
I'll say Cletus can since he hasn't yet.
9.
9. You find, I believe that's still just 1. But you don't notice what the sheriff doesn't know is that one of the past people that was in the jailhouse.
Inmates.
Yeah, one of the past inmates. Not really, just an outlaw who was here for a couple days. Stashed something while he was here for the next time around, and you find 1 resource.
I would like to
right
use it.
on the outside of the windowsill. Ben, are you doing anything particular from the outside?
Nope.
Yeah, just a second. Oh, no, nothing?
Well, I'm being fed and
I see.
fanned.
They give you your distance. So now you're just a horse
Ah,
on the laneway.
But you were very popular in the state of Ohio.
That is tied up.
True. Yep. Yeah, you're tied. I mean, you're just tied to the post like any other horse. It's not
Alright.
a tough knot by any means.
Yep. So,
There's very slight resistance.
my horse brain, is thinking about some stuff, and he's like, those guys ain't so bad. They make bodies appear. Bodies are good.
That's true.
Wonder what they're doing.
Well, you saw them go into the jailhouse along with your puppet.
Yep, I'm gonna see what my
I
puppet's up
assume you
to.
want your puppet back.
I do want my puppet back. Let's see what my puppet's doing.
All right, so you're gonna look through your puppet eyes.
Yep.
Well, you two noticed that the puppet wasn't doing too much. It was very passively glancing around. Now it seems to perk up with more energy. Starts to look around as if for the first time. Noticing
What
this environment.
is going on around here?
Well,
You can't currently talk through your puppet, by the way, yet.
Ah,
well, nice of you to wake up.
You just kind of work like a ventriloquist.
Guys, it's like you finally kicked in with your sarsaparilla.
I guess he's a real boy now.
Puppet nod. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
You can, of course, make another statement whenever you like, if you want that.
I'll save it for now. I'm not in dire need of anything right now.
Much to my dismay, last time they're not limited in any way, shape.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
We make statements like every 5 minutes.
I don't.
Yeah,
even...
last session was all statements, and this one has just been more relaxed. I've been appreciating it for the most part.
I am not in need of any statement right now.
Of course, no problem.
I would like to make a statement.
Okay, go ahead, Carl. I was about to ask what Carl was doing.
The whole of Wisconsin has like a soundtrack playing, but from nowhere in particular.
It's just ambient sound.
It's just ambient Wild West sounds.
Okay. Yeah. Just like the like classic dust sound of
the occasional tumbleweed
whistle
flying through.
Yeah. Occasional whistle and whatnot.
Dang it, it's a 6.
Michael, I like that statement so much that it comes true anyways.
Yes.
It could even be assumed that was already a thing that was happening before, but I just never thought to describe. But yes, Carl Geezer, are you doing anything in particular in this jailhouse right now?
No. I'm just well, you know what? Actually, yeah. I'm doing push-ups, but because I don't have legs, it's just the bottom of my torso is like on the ground, and it's almost just like chest ups.
Oh my god.
But they're also kind of lopsided because I did get shot in my shoulder, and I'm very hurt.
He's trying to pop it back into place.
Yeah, so you have your wheelchair, by the way. They've just taken anything that could be...
They took off your
anything
mod.
that is apart from a normal
keep my upper
wheelchair.
body in shape, you know?
Okay, gotcha. Anything a part of, like, what a normal wheelchair would have, they left on. But, like, everything that other than that isn't a part of a normal wheelchair, they, like, took off.
Oh,
so, like,
they took my
and
spurs.
shit, yeah, the spurs and shit are off. Because, you know, it could be used. Alright, so you're doing push-ups. I'll take a...
Might I recommend yeeting?
Oh, I was thinking intimidating. Personally. Because you're trying to look cool, you know?
Either way, it's a 6.
Nice. Yeah, you try your best to make it look all cool, but you did get shot, so...
Yeah.
That's pretty tough. Are you guys doing any planning to try and bust out of this jailhouse, or just waiting for your sentence?
Well, I'm trying to bust out, but my plan didn't work. It's not cheesy enough.
True.
It ain't
gonna allow you to just cheesy. I'm not gonna allow you to just eat your way out of the jailhouse.
All right. So
very true.
Outside their cell, they hear a clopping. Clop.
Of course.
Clop.
Because you very much easily get out of the tie. Because they don't actually tie up their horses that tight. It's just enough to where the horse goes, oh shit, I'm tied to something. Guess I can't move.
Nice.
That's kind of how it was back then.
And then I'll begin to talk, but like my head will be in the window, but it'll still be doing the ventriloquism thing.
Yeah, of course. It looks like your puppet's talking.
Yep. Now this is a shit situation you found yourself in, I must say.
Says the puppet, who is also in the situation that you two visibly are. From your
I have not murdered anyone today, nor been a part of any murder.
I mean, neither have I. I just shat myself and now here I am.
Matter of fact, I was outside when the shooting began.
I mean, do we really got to point fingers here?
Yes.
I feel like it's kind of necessary.
Because I gotta say, getting a new one of these things is a pain in the ass.
So is losing your legs and then getting
the puppet
shot
says
in the
reference
shoulder.
to nothing.
Shut up, voice in the sky.
My bad, I'll never speak again.
Yeah, losing your legs and losing any chance at your dreams also sucks.
Well, what if your dream was to be a professional crawler?
But that wasn't my dream.
Sounds like you need a new dream.
Sounds like you need a new dream. This guy's right. This guy's right.
But I always dreamt of being one of them peoples like Jackie Chan.
Well-known Western culture.
That name sounds kind of copyrighted to me.
I gotta say, I had a dream once. I wanted to be the best baseball star ever.
What's baseball?
I wanted to be a game master, a yeeter, if you will, but unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen. And I just gotta accept that. It's not my place in this world to be yeeting or gaming.
Well, I mean,
Specifically.
you could always chase my dream of becoming a martial artist like Goose Yee.
I do have one hell of a kick.
He'll.
Alrighty, haw.
Am I gonna die?
As the sheriff walks in. Well, ye will. It would appear so, as you've killed 3 people.
But I'm already crippled.
And what a pitiful life it was.
Ye sounds like we'll need that much less of a stand, or that much more of a stand for you at the gallows soon. Paul?
I mean, you can build a bigger stand, or you could just put more rope. It doesn't matter.
Ye, thank you for the recommendation. That is actually very helpful. He says as he jots that down on the small piece of paper.
I'm a very helpful person if you want to keep me alive.
I would like to make a statement.
Yeah, go ahead.
Writing was never invented.
Writing was never invented?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and make that statement.
Watch him get max numbers.
5!
Luckily for this town, writing was invented not but like 2 weeks ago, so the saloon and whatnot just recently got paint job of little labels and whatnot on the buildings and stuff and signs.
It just looks like a 5-year-old / kindergartner.
Yeah, it's somewhat rudimentary, but it's still, I mean, great progress for if you really think about it. It only being 3 weeks and all, but you guys don't really know too much. So, well, I have here that this one here, he points to the puppet, says there is reports of most likely cannibalism. For only 2 bodies were found in an alleyway near the saloon after the shooting, and the 3 of you were seen walking out of the building with them bodies, Hall.
Now, I don't know why you would say such a thing.
Also, ye also sentenced to death. And this last one over here, he points to Cletus. Says here that you have illegal possession of assorted meats. Unidentified assorted meats.
No, I did sort them. I sorted them by color.
Now, hold on just a moment here.
Paul.
You're gonna accuse me of cannibalism when there's a man with assorted, unidentified meats walking around?
This one's pork.
Do you understand exactly what you just said?
He's got a good point.
Yea, I'm accusing both of ye of those things. Paul.
What evidence do you have? He walks around with meat in a bag.
I
haven't gotten off my horse until you dragged me off.
Well, he walks around with a bag of meats, so that one was pretty easy. And also, the missing body was nowhere to be found within the bag itself. Therefore, there's a meat eater, illegal meat eater amongst one of you. And if the three of you would like to decide now who that most likely is to be of whoever most likely was left with the bodies last, you could do so now.
Wasn't that us, Carl?
No, if I ate a body, you know it because I'd be real fat because I don't got legs to burn the calories off.
Oh, wait, so you ain't fat?
No, I'm really skinny.
Oh, that's just your wheelchair.
Yeah.
Neat.
Well then it seems like you all can't decide exactly who it is that knows exactly where this last body is, so it can only be assumed that it is cannibalism.
Well, hold on. There was a drunk guy in that alley.
There's drunk guys in every alley, Hall.
Yeah,
Well, what
he said
happened with
pardon.
him? He did. He was eyeing us something suspicious.
He's already gone. We've got confirmation of you three, Hall.
But
He's drunk and most likely has no interest in consuming other humans.
You're assuming that we do.
in the whole time that I've been in this town, he is the only man that I heard say partner, and that's suspicious.
And he didn't even say
There's
please.
plenty of partners in this town, Hall.
But he's the only one that said it until me and you just said it now.
That sounds like coincidence, not correlation, Hall.
Sounds kind of stupid to me.
Well, I'm the sheriff in these parts, and this is what I say, so all of ye will be hung by tomorrow morning. Hall.
We don't even get a
Texas
trial?
There ain't no trial for the wicked in these parts.
Man, Wisconsin
I
sucks.
am the law. Never forget that. Hall.
Wisconsin really sucks.
Hey, you should see Ohio.
As he's walking out, I hear they love horses out in Ohio. Hall.
Yeah, they worship them like gods. It just seemed to be as of recently, too.
The sheriff leaves this building now to go deal with other business. Well, a deputy or two is still in the building. Most of them snoozing or chit-chatting. Distractedly. Not really paying too much mind to you three. Well, they're pretty confident that you're not going to bust out.
I would still like to continue to chew on my bars.
Alright, you continue to chew on your bars.
I would like to make a statement.
Sure, go ahead.
Every now and then, there will be a random flash mob in the town to the song Rasputin.
All right. Sounds good.
That's a 3.
What a shame. Rather unfortunate for you. Anyone want to do anything? Friday? You doing anything? Being the only one that's currently free for the most part.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm outside, so let's see
Got an
here.
outside man already.
Yep.
What I can only assume is a jailbreak ensue.
Let's see here. I have a resource that I found.
Of course.
I'd like to see what that would be right now.
All right. What kind of goals do you have right now?
Busting this wall down.
Busting this wall down. All right. Well, lucky for you, recently ye found yourself A cheese carver. No, a cheese grater. A cheese grater.
A cheese grater. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick it up with my mouth and put it on the shelf of the slip it through the bars.
Yeah, of course. On the little cheese stone bit there. Just setting it down.
Yep.
In between the bars.
And then I'll have my puppet grab it.
Of course, easy.
And I'll have him be like, "What a good boy you are. I'll have to give you an apple later or something."
Make a tomfoolery check to see if it's
So that's 11.
Came out pretty clean. You think that you came up with the idea of an apple quick enough to not raise any suspicion? What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
Check this out, boys. We're busting out of here. Yeah.
Still,
Alright, so
still
what
chewing
are
on
you
the
guys
bars.
What are you guys doing?
I'm still chewing on the bars.
Alrighty.
My puppet is literally holding
Yeah, what are you doing with
a
this?
cheese grater. I'm gonna cheese grate the bars on the window.
The bars on the window, got it. So, Friday's puppet starts to make work on the window bars. What are you doing, Carl, as Cletus is also still gnawing on the bars? To the inside of the jail?
I am gonna make conversation with the jailer to try and keep his attention away from the bars.
All right. You're gonna try and make conversation with the jailer.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, I'm guessing that you're just gonna go to the opposite side of the jail cell and try and take the notice away from it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll take a good looker in check.
Oh my god, that's a 12.
Nice. All right. Miraculously, for some reason, it seems like the guard is actually focused on you and not the guy that's cheese grating the window right behind you. Very much out in the open. And yeah, you seem to captivate his attention for the most part.
Cool.
It's like those scenes in cartoons where someone's talking in the foreground and the background's just blurred, and then someone's doing
Yeah, it's
something
all like
in the background.
silhouetted.
Yeah.
It's all silhouetted, so like they're not. Nothing real is happening back there. Obviously, it's just silhouettes. Could possibly be anything. All right, so yeah, you guys make good progress on the bars, and eventually, with time, you're able to get a big enough hole through the bars of the window to fit both Carl Geezer, without his wheelchair, of course, and also Friday's puppet. But Cletus is a little too big to fit through the window. It's not that big. The wheelchair also is too bulky to get through. And all of your stuff is still inside the jailhouse, so all your stick shoes and whatnot. So what are you guys doing now? You have a means of getting out? You have an escape hatch, so to speak? Do you place the bars back as if they were not cut? Oh, I know you graded them specifically, so there's no bars left.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of grated cheese bar in the windowsill.
Well, it was good talking to you, Phil. I really enjoyed this little conversation before I die.
Yeah, it sure is a shame that you're going to get hung and you had to go out and shooting all them people for no reason, huh?
It wasn't for no reason.
Unfortunate. Yeah, word around town is they were literally just playing poker and then you came up and started making trouble. Huh?
Well, they started calling me a stinker, so I decided that, they didn't deserve to live.
Well, to be fair, you did make
Allegedly.
a stink of the place, so,
This is all allegedly, of course. I don't admit to anything. I hold my innocence.
Of course, of course, as he winks and moseys on back over to the desk.
You're an all right fella, Phil.
Ye, haw. Cletus, you've made little to no progress on these bars. No, not with this whole time.
Cheddar.
It's actually Parmesan. It's like the rhyme of Parmesan.
It's okay. I'm stupid. I don't get it.
Okay.
So you say the hole was big enough to slip through on the window?
For the puppet, yes, and for Carl to fit through without his wheelchair.
Okay.
His wheelchair is too bulky to get through the window. It's too short of a window. It's kind of like one of those short but longish windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's more so like the height that you have a problem with. But your puppet obviously fits through because it's pretty thin.
So I'll drop the cheese grater.
Okay.
And I'll reach in with my horse mouth and just grab my puppet and yoink.
All right. Can I have a Hushin check to see if you can do it without being noticed?
8.
All right. Your puppet clitters and clatters a bit as it comes out the window, and one of the deputies notices, because the wood hits the edge of the window and whatnot. He notices, and he just sees barely your puppet's shoe as it leaves the window, and he goes, "Wait a second here. You two stay there. I'll be right back." As he starts to rush out the door. And you can hear all this as Friday, of course.
Yeah. It's time to get rushing.
Of course. So you're just going to start rushing and try and ride out of town?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Just go ahead and make a Russian check, I guess.
10.
10. High-speed chase ensues where a number of deputies, one staying inside the jailhouse, of course, the one that you were talking up the whole time, Carl, of course. The rest of them, not the rest of them as in all of them from the city, or all of them from the town, but a good portion of them giving chase to Friday and trying to close him in and pin him in, themselves riding on their own horses, of course.
I would like to use my resource.
Go ahead. What kind of resource are you trying to get?
Something to get me out of the jail cell, because it's just the window that I can barely fit in that's open, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I'd like to...
So, your resource, the resource that you found is one of those car jacks.
Okay.
You know? That can,
when I put it underneath the scene and then lift it up to a different scene when I'm already outside of the jail cell. Okay. Like in the comics. All right, I got you. No, what is it? Is it just a car jack?
Yeah, it's a car jack.
Okay.
The one that you can crank and it lifts the center mechanism part.
Oh boy, it's one of them cheese opener things.
Cars totally exist in this Western world, by the way. This is just Wisconsin.
I'd like to slide it sideways in between the bars and just start cranking to bend the bars.
Alrighty. Are you trying to be on the down
I'm not
low
trying,
about this?
I don't need to be on the down low because you said that all the sheriffs were out.
No, there's one deputy in here still.
There's one deputy still in here.
Is he in this room?
Yeah, he can see you guys.
Sure, I'll be stealthy about it.
Alrighty. Can I have or you know what? You have a choice here. You can either make a good looker-in check to try and be on the down low about this, or you can make an intimidation check.
I'll try to be on the down low about it. You said this is good looker-in?
Yeah, good looking.
10.
10 total. Wow. Alrighty. So, yeah, you seem to be able to notice. You seem to be able to do it without you said Jim, the first named NPC.
Phil.
Or Phil. Sorry, Phil, the first named NPC of this one shot. In an hour mark, like 2 hours, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, Phil actually doesn't really notice. He's too caught up on trying to like peek out the window and see if he could see the big horse chase.
Alright, cool.
And you start cranking?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you start cranking and cranking and cranking, the bars do slowly bend as you keep going. Takes not but about 5 minutes until the point where you think you could squeeze yourself in. Maybe not the wheelchair yet, but who knows? You might be able to work something else out.
Yeah, I'd just like to squeeze
you think
through.
that you could squeeze yourself out to get
Yeah.
access to the rest of the jailhouse.
Exactly. I would like to collect our stuff.
Alrighty. You collect all of your stuff. Do you want all of the other two stuff as well, or?
Sure, I'll be a team player. I'll just grab everything, and my dumbass will think it's all mine.
Got it. And what are you doing there? You're across
And then
the
I'm just
room.
gonna book it out of the jail cell or the jailhouse.
Are you doing anything to try and help Carl Geezer get out as well, or anything to stop Jim or Phil from stopping you, or anything else? Or are you just trying to book a run for it? He's currently in the way of you and the front door.
Thinking about booking a run for it, and then just be like, wait, I forgot him. And then I'm looking at my little sausage man on the floor.
How long is the seat belt on my wheelchair?
The seatbelt on your wheelchair? I mean, about the right length for it to go around your body, so not too long. You haven't really kept mind of it at all because you never use it, of course. Being a dangerous Western.
I'm gonna start tearing up the seat back of my wheelchair to kind of turn it into a makeshift rope.
All right. I'll take a rolling check to see how well you can wind these strands of seat.
That is a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. You think it might hold up just barely long enough for whatever you might think you might need it for, depending on what it is.
And I'm gonna kind of sneak out the window.
Sure, you're gonna like crawl out.
Yep, and then
Got it.
I'm gonna start hobbling along to the train station.
All right. So you're like crawling, or like monkey walking with your hands.
Kind of
No, I
like
think-
monkey walking, but I'm like jumping, so I'm trying to get as much speed with it as I can.
I would think he'd just be using his torso to just like waddle, almost like a penguin.
All right. For this. I'm afraid I'll take a dancing check to see how fluidly you can move without your wheelchair that you've been so dependent on.
I'm gonna use 2 tallies, making that an 8.
Alrighty. So I'll get back to you. What are you doing, Cletus? You're sitting there with all of the stuff, literally everything that Carl and Friday had on them as well, and your
Well,
stuff.
Well, now that I know that Carl can make it out, I'm just gonna try to book it out of the
His
jailhouse.
wheelchair's still in the jailhouse. If you want to try.
He's not gonna need it where he's going.
All right. All right. So you're just gonna try and book it past Phil, or are you gonna do something to take care of?
I mean,
you've got all your stuff.
I mean, if I can just like roll past him or get past him in some way.
Well, in one hand you have your trusty 6-shooter, and in the other hand you have your trusty cleaver. You also have a bunch of spurs, random things you can try to distract him with, or whatever.
Fuck it, I'll throw the cleaver at his head.
Alrighty. For this, I'll take a cleaving check and a gaming check because this is like a nice game.
You'll take either or.
Both.
Oh, okay. So that's
both.
13 for the cleaving.
Gotcha. And your gaming check.
I'm gonna make that a 9.
Alrighty. So you look at all the stuff for a second. You're panicking. You start to turn. Notice you, all of you outside of the jailhouse by now, and thinking quick on your feet. You jump up into the air, do a quick 360, and you turn around and you throw the cleaver at him, and it lands right in between the center of his ribs, underneath the whatever the center part of your ribs is called. I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Sternum.
But yeah, sternum. That's the one. Lands right below his sternum, cleaving right into his, like, stomach and lower lungs and heart and whatnot, and he falls over dead, easy. And as you pass by him while running out of the jailhouse with all of the stuff, you can't help but teabag him a little bit.
Hey, Jacob.
What's up?
Drip, drip.
Drip, drip, indeed. Drip, drip ensues, of course. As you're hightailing out of the jailhouse, Michael, what'd you roll for your dancing check again? You got an 8, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. So it takes a bit of time, but people do start to catch on and recognize you as you're one of the few people in this town without legs. People start to chase up behind you, but you also see Cletus now hightailing it outside of the jailhouse as well, with all of your stuff and whatnot. No wheelchair though.
Cletus, help me get to the train station.
As Friday starts to be rushing down the laneway again towards you guys as well.
Does anyone have any rope?
I got a makeshift rope. What are you thinking?
Like, do you have it on you, or did you just leave it at the window?
I have it on me, otherwise I wouldn't have made it.
Alright, well, you're holding one end. I would like to hold the other and just book it.
It won't hold on that long.
Ferry him like that.
Yeah.
I disagree to this. I'm not handing you any sort of rope.
Friday's starting to get closer to you guys, with most of the deputies following, and sheriff as well.
Hop up on Friday, I reckon.
I'm gonna need you to toss me up.
Friday, you see ahead of you Cletus and Carl both sitting on the side of the laneway, not sure exactly what to do.
Friday, catch.
What are you throwing?
Carl.
All right. Cletus, I need me a yeeting check.
It's not so bad. Could be worse. I got 2 more, so I could actually. I'll make that an 8. That's my last one. Fuck.
8? Alright.
Yeah, I messed up a lot.
Yeah, you did. That race gave you a lot of failure points to try and help you out here. 8. Alright, so Carl, you get plucked up by Cletus, and he just chucks you right on over towards Friday's general direction. Friday, I'll take a...
I'd like to make a statement.
Sure.
All puppets that exist come to life right now.
Come to life right now. All right, sure. Go ahead and make a roll.
Now we need a new character sheet for this guy.
5.
5. You couldn't even mix success this one. Yep, nope. The puppet doesn't come alive. But you still have control over it for the most part and whatnot. So I will take a looking check. And
7.
then, okay. I'll take a gaming check
Oh no!
to try and catch him with your puppet.
2.
2. As you go by, Cletus, did you give Carl all of his stuff as you were with him?
No.
No. So
I always wanted to play baseball.
Cletus still has Carl's resource. But Carl, you get yucked right up into the air and all chucked to the wind with the skills of your comrades to try and save you. And it looks like Friday, for the most part, places himself in the right spot, and his puppet totally holds out his arms to try and grab you, or what you could only assume Friday really is, because his puppet, obviously.
Yeah.
But as you go through his arms totally just go flaccid, as if a puppet was, any force at all was put onto them, and they just give way immediately.
Can I try to grab onto the tail?
Yeah. I'll have you make I'll call this one I like gaming. Gaming seems pretty fun right now.
That's an 8.
An 8? Yeah, I'll say sure, why not? You clutch on to the backside of Friday as he's whizzing past down the laneway. Cletus, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm gonna still keep going to the train tracks.
You just run in as quick as you can. All the deputies and whatnot are on horseback. They'll easily catch you. Even you could know. Even you would know that.
So wait, I just want to clarify something right now.
What's up?
He grabbed onto my tail?
Yeah. He's holding onto your tail. That is what he said.
Alright, I'm gonna drop the whole puppet thing right now and be like, get the fuck off of me!
I ain't on you. I'm on the horse.
I'm gonna turn around and look at him dead in the eyes and just talk like a horse actually is moving his mouth. I said get it off!
I try to climb up. I'm like,
Are you still
I'll get
running?
off.
Are you still running?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I try to climb up the tail onto this back, and I'm like, I'll get off once you get me to the train station.
All right, Carl. I'll take a hushing check to try and
Oh
to
God,
make this a lot less weird of a conversation here.
that is a 4.
I don't know. Friday, you don't really like people yanking on your tail.
I really don't. I really don't. Matter of fact,
Cletus,
I would even go as far as to say, can
Cletus,
I
what are you doing?
yeet?
Cletus, what are you doing? Is there?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you dug Dimmadome.
What? Doug Dimmadome? The sheriff isn't Doug Dimmadome.
No. I'm just saying he dug Dimmadome, like people touching his tail.
I see. That's fair.
It's another
Cletus,
terrible joke.
What are you
It's okay.
doing as they're passing by?
So D&D.
Cletus.
Well, I'm just gonna keep booking it, even though I don't have a horse.
Yeah, but they're obviously going to catch up to you. You didn't try and avoid them in any other way, or just...
I mean,
If he's accepted his death, so be it.
I'm running like a cartoon, so as far as I'm concerned, my legs turn into wheels. They're moving so fast, and I leave dust behind.
Sure, but so do the horses, so...
Dang, you're right.
Because everything moves like cartoons.
And they're horses, so they obviously do it a little bit faster than you do. And by a little bit, I mean a reasonable amount faster than you do.
I'd
got a
like to make a
resource?
statement.
Oh, okay, go ahead, make a statement.
Well, I mean, the only resource I have is Carl's, and I'm not going to use it. Because that's his toy.
Well, he's over there, hanging onto a horse. Anyways,
all horses have the same amount of legs as Carl does.
Oh no!
Roll for it.
Jacob's just dying. That's an 8.
It's an 8.
It's
Partial
an 8.
success.
All horses now have the amount of legs
Hey,
Carl used to have.
Hey, Friday. Yup. Hey, Friday. Now, all your life, you've been a talking horse.
Uh-huh.
Four-legged creature.
He just turned me into BoJack Horseman.
A little weirder than that because it's just your front legs, but you still have your whole backside.
Oh my
So
god.
you're a little
Oh my
lopsided.
god.
You're like a T-Rex if a T-Rex didn't have arms.
You're
Let's just say that you've got one hell of a dumpy. But so do all of the other sheriffs, horses. And
I'd like to make a statement.
Oh
Yeah, sure,
no.
go ahead.
Horses are now all Pegasi.
Oh, okay.
They have wings.
Go ahead and make your statement. Make your roll.
7.
7.
Oh, Pegasi are now horses.
As you're running, you also notice a horn grow out of your head, along with all the other horses.
You're a unicorn now.
What have you done to me?
You all
wait.
are moving a whole lot slower now,
Can
but
I?
so are they.
Can I transform my puppet into my rear legs and have him carry my ass?
You could just have your puppet hold up the back half of you, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So his legs will become my rear legs, like a wheelbarrow.
Right, sure. So, Cletus, are you just running or are you hopping on the Friday train?
I'll hop on the Friday train.
Okay, so Cletus hops up on the Friday train. If Friday.
I did not sign up for this.
Hey,
So,
Cletus,
now,
it's a talking horse.
I
Hey,
need,
Mr.
I need,
Horse, here's your
I need
shit.
I need Friday to make a drifting check. As
Oh
he is-
God!
He is unused to running with puppet legs
Can
and
I-
horse legs rather than just. Yeah, you
So,
can assist totally.
Is it safe to say that I have 2 fails? I know I have at least 1.
You have probably 2. Yeah, I'd say. Definitely.
So I'll make that 12.
Okay, hold on, but also, Carl, you were trying to assist as well. I'm
I
guessing?
wasn't trying to assist. I was trying to use my resource.
Oh, sure.
I didn't give it to you yet.
His hands.
Oh, you're not giving me my stuff?
Wait, are you on the horse?
Yeah, everyone's on the horse right now.
Never mind, you got it. You're good. You're good.
You want to use your resource?
I would like to use my resource to basically create, like, have you ever seen those dogs with only 2 front legs and their owners give them, like, wheels as legs for the back?
You trying to make a horse wheelchair
Yes.
structure?
When he can
Alright.
make his own wheelchair.
All right, so you're trying to make your whole resource that. Got it?
Yep.
Could transform part of my puppet
You know,
into that.
I feel like normal resources you don't have to roll, but for this specific resource, because it's so specific, I'll have you roll for it. Just because it seems like a pretty big resource.
That is a 4.
All right, so my solution to this is to give you another resource that could still be helpful, but is not that at all. Your resource is a stick of dynamite, a bundle of sticks of dynamite, in fact, to keep in the Western theme, of course.
Anybody got a lighter?
It's the Wild West. All 3 of you have a lighter, even the horse.
Nope. But yeah, I got a 12 because I'm gonna add 2 to make it 12.
Yeah. So you're drifting and hooting and hollering your way down the laneway while the sheriff and his deputies are, well, they're trying their best.
On their 2-legged front-legged horses.
It's like a
They're very
handstand.
lop-weighted.
I
It's
would
real
like
tough.
to, based on their speed, try and yeet this bundle of dynamite after lighting it
Of
to
course.
where it'll go off in front of the horses that they are on.
Of course, Cletus. I'll take a yeetin' check.
Yeah, I'm not Cletus though.
Oh, did I say Cletus? I meant to say Carl. Sorry. I was literally looking.
You hurt my feelings.
That is a 9 plus my failure tally of 1, so that is a 10.
Nice. You yeet that fucking dynamite stick across the laneway, and it lands right in front of the sheriff and his deputies' horses, just a little too late for them to be able to react. And they go kaploot.
Yeah.
You see a number of chunks of horse flying through the air as you guys ride away from the explosion. None of you looking at it, of course. In classic
Can we have...
fashion.
I'd like to make a statement.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Anytime someone is facing away from an explosion, they have sunglasses.
Oh, easy. No roll needed. That was already expected at this point, honestly. As you three ride off into the sunset, free men again to go and tomfooler somewhere else in the wild, wild state of Wisconsin.
I shoot my last 2 bullets into the air while
Of course you
screaming, "Yeehaw!"
Yeehaw!
I guess it's time I revealed my secret.
Says the horse very obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Mr. Friday, I have a secret too.
In truth, the horse's name was Friday.
The only thing I really have to say at this very moment right now is just drip, drip.
Drip, drip, drip.
Alright, boys. Let's head to Ohio.
What's Ohio? I didn't know it existed.
That will conclude our You Awaken in a Strange Place.
Let's head to
the second
Ohio.
one. It was
Jeez.
ironically very different from the first one, in all the best ways. I'd like to thank the 3 of you guys for sitting with me and playing with me. It was a lot of fun.
I would like to
appreciate all
thank
of
you
guys showing up.
for being the game master of this wonderful crusade.
Thank you. I will not lie. It is not the easiest thing to try and think up of literally everything off the spot. But I think I did my best.
Did we use all the skills?
I think we got close.
Cleaving, Brian,
yeah, we used
Bookerin,
Brian.
Good Lookerin,
we
Shooting,
got everything.
Drifting, Hushing, Dancing, Tomfoolerin, Rushing, Gaming, Yeeting, Sneezing. Did
Yeah,
we make a
we used all
sneezing
of them.
check?
Yeah,
Looking,
we made a
rolling,
sneezing
and
check.
intimidating.
Yep.
The only one we didn't do was intimidating, I believe.
Nope. You did.
No, I did.
You
I
guys
did.
used
Oh,
Intimidate
there you go.
a
Never mind.
couple
We used
times.
them all.
Just like the first go around, we just barely squeezed in the last couple at the last minute. A lot of gaming at the end, but that's fine. Yeah, I'd like to thank all of you guys for playing this game with me. It's called You Awaken in a Strange Place. You can find it in the links in the description. Thank you very much to Jacob Andrews for making this fun game that we've gotten to play twice now. One in the Aether that no one will ever hear about ever again, but we still enjoyed it then too.
The Legend of Oswald Flabberthnash.
Yes.
Also,
Johnny Two
I would
Shoes.
like to just bring up, you can check us out on YouTube at Travelers Tips and Tales,
course.
where, sometime in the next couple weeks here, we're going to be releasing some major news.
Yup.
Yeah.
You can
Big
also
changes.
You can also find us on Instagram at Travelers Tips and Tales, Facebook Travelers Tips and Tales, Twitter at Tips Tales, Tumblr Travelers Tips and Tales. You can email us at travelerstipsandtales@gmail.com. You can go to our website, travelerstipsandtales.com, and check out the cool things that we have on there, the little About Us section, a little sneak peek at some homebrew stuff that you can find a lot more of on Patreon, which is Travelers Tips and Tales. Also, we like to stream on occasion, so go ahead and check us out at twitch.tv/travelerstipsandtales.
Speaking of Twitch, you can find our friend Dalton here on Twitch as well. If you'd like to shout out exactly where we can find you, Dalton.
Hi, my name is Dalton, and my I'm sorry. my Twitch, that can be cut out, right? My
Good
Twitch
job.
is
It could. It won't, but it could.
Anti-Ivy, and that's not with I's, that's with ones. So ANT1_1VY. And I
course.
occasionally stream both dice making and game playing, depending on how I'm
Alright.
feeling. and I'm hoping to pick that up within the next week.
Nice.
If you guys are illiterate and don't know which letters of that are I's, we will also have a link a link to his Twitch in the description for you guys to easily find it. Also, I'd like to thank, in addition to Jacob for making this wonderful game and also having a really cool name. Jacob's out there, am I right? I'd like to also thank our local game stores and also recommend to all of our listeners any game stores that are in their areas for them to go check them out and try and find them. The four of us all met each other through our local game store, which is called Forgotten Path Games in the city of Vacaville. Very nice place that you guys have heard us talk about a lot. Also, big thanks and shout out to Mad Alpaca Games in Fairfield, Davis Cards and Game in Davis, Hobby Badger Games in West Sacramento. So if you're in any of those areas and you're looking for a game store or somewhere to buy board games or dice or minis or whatever, or paints or all of these stuff, go check out these places and go chat with them. They're cool people. Say hi. So tell them that the Travelers sent you.
They probably won't understand what that means.
I hope they would.
at least two of them will.
I hope. But
anyways, we've only gone there and talked to them in person about us. So we've given them each a stack of things to hand out to people with every purchase.
Anyways,
so.
I think that's pretty much it for this one.
Indeed.
I think we covered all the things. So until next time, to all of our listeners.
Yep. Keep an eye out for news, and as always, adventure waits.
Adventure waits.